Good morning, children. Welcome to science class. Today we will start with a new lesson, that is Unit 5, Electricity. Now we are going to see an interesting topic. Let's see what it is. Tell me, what can you see in this picture? Very good. It's silver. Tell me, silver element is made up of dash called the smallest unit. This we have seen in the atomic structure unit. Exactly, atoms. So an atom is made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons, which are called subatomic particles or fundamental particles. Protons and neutrons combine to form the nucleus, which is at the center of an atom. So, in an atom, nucleus is at the center, which is made up of protons and neutrons. Also, electrons revolve around the nucleus in different paths called orbits or shells. In an atom, number of orbits are there around the nucleus, and those orbits have electrons. Now we'll see the charges of these subatomic particles. First, protons are positively charged particle. Electrons are negatively charged particle, and the neutrons have no charge. That is, it is a neutral particle. So protons are positively charged particle, electrons are negatively charged particle, and the neutrons with no charge. In neutral atom, the number of protons and the number of electrons will be equal, so that an atom is stable. Also, there is a force of attraction between the protons in the nucleus and the electrons in the orbits. That force is called electromagnetic force of attraction. Electromagnetic force is a type of physical interaction that occurs between electrically charged particles. Here, protons are positively charged particles and electrons are negatively charged particles. So they have that greater attraction because unlike poles attract each other. Unlike poles means one is positive pole and another one is negative pole. If it is like poles means it will repel each other. Here you can see that the two positive charges or two negative charges, when they come close, they repel each other because like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. As I said that number of orbits that surrounds the nucleus, also there is a force of attraction between the protons and electrons. Let's see how the interaction will be. The inner orbits, that is, orbits which are very close to nucleus, have greater force of attraction, but the outer orbits have less force of attraction. So it is loosely bound, and the electrons in the outermost shell can be removed easily from the atom. What is the relation between atoms and electricity. As we know that electrons in the outermost orbit have no strong force of attraction to the proton. So it is very easy to remove those electrons from atom. Electricity is nothing but the flow of electrons. Electricity is the flow of electrons. So what happens here is that the shifting of electrons between atoms that produce electric current and generates an energy called electric energy or electricity. So an atom is the smallest particle of an element. Two major components of an atom are nucleus and orbit. Orbit is also called shell. So inside the nucleus is made up of two particles which are protons and neutrons. Next is orbits. So orbits which surrounds the nucleus, that is called electron orbits because electrons are there in that orbits. So structure of an atom is made up of three subatomic particles. First one is protons, secondly neutrons. So protons and the neutrons combine to form a nucleus, and the electrons which are there in an electron orbit, there are number of electron orbits or shells in an atom. Number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Then the atoms are always stable. Also, there is a force of attraction between protons and electrons. The inner shell electrons, that is, inner orbit electrons, are held strongly because it is very close to the protons. But the outer shell electrons held loosely because it is far away from the protons. The next topic is electric charges. Two types of charges are there. One is positive and another one is negative charge. So positive, its symbol is plus, negative, its symbol is minus. In atoms, protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, and neutrons have no charge. When two positive charges come close together, it repels each other because like charges repels. When one positive and one negative charges come close together, it attracts each other because unlike charges attracts. So the unit of charge is coulomb. The symbol for coulomb is capital C. Charge of one electron is minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs because electrons are negatively charged particles. That's why the minus symbol is there. and the charge of one proton is plus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Equal amount of positive charge cancel out equal amount of negative charge in an atom, so that atoms are stable and atoms are electrically neutral. Thank you, children.